any hot takes, please keep them to yourself. You know, it's going on YouTube. People are very judgmental on YouTube. So just imagine that it's the same Twitter mob watching, and if you say anything about any current event, they're going to come after you.
Yep.
But that's about it. And how's the pressure?
It's quite deep. Oh.
And also, it's like, you know, I tell some people, the more muscular a guy is, but if he has a six-pack, they generally take less pressure.
Yes.
So everyone thinks the bodybuilders are like, oh, they want, you know.
No, we try a lot more.
Yeah.
I used to do men's physique. I did it for 4 years.
Yeah.
In a row.
So it's only the bodybuilders who are actually competing who seek me out. It's the power lifters, CrossFitters, and even and ballerinas that take a lot more pressure.
Yeah. Because they have the endurance.
Well, also they're like, they have a goal. Like a lot of guys who work out to look good, like they don't have much of a goal outside of that. So like if your goal is to be strong, then you'll put up with a lot of, you know, pressure. But like if your goal is to look good, you know, if I could tell like, you know, bodybuilders, you just lift this 5-pound weight in a certain way, you'll be huge. They'll all do it. Powerlifters won't do that because they're like, no, my goal is
to be strong. It's not gonna get that stronger yet.
But then when guys are actually competing, then they actually do have a goal. So then like, I'll put up with this if it can increase my chance of like winning.
All right. No, actually, massage therapy it's very, very important in the process of competing. Because it keeps the muscle functioning. And I used to do it when I was competing. I used to do it almost 30. Then I just lost it.
Yeah, I've given up on a lot of the OnlyFans guys. A lot of them just kind of have an attitude. I don't.
Is that really why? Why are they complicated?
They really just have an attitude. A lot of them are lazy. I had one guy, and it ended up being lucky for me because I wasn't paying attention to the laws of Texas. So I had offered him. I'm like, hey, you know, we can work together. I've been thinking about doing like, you know, a new massage, and then I was gonna obviously like blur out that part on YouTube.
Right.
But you know, then if people want to go see the real, you know, the full video, they could just go to his OnlyFans. So I was like, literally, like, hey, listen, you know, I will literally just make content for your OnlyFans. All you have to do is just show up. And he was 4 miles away. He says, "Oh, I just don't feel like going 4 miles."
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, you know, that would be great. And it wasn't a massage I wanted to do. I wanted to give him a massage like I normally do.
Right.
And he was like, well, I just want you to like massage, you know, my butt with some hot stones. And I'm like, you know, I can do some of that. And, you know, you have, you know, we both kind of win in the end. And he would win more than me because I would literally be advertising for him. Like people on my YouTube are constantly asking, "Oh, what's their Twitter? What's their
Yeah.
Instagram? What's their blah blah blah." I don't ever put Twitter links up because Twitter's too much porn.
Yeah.
So I don't want someone to go to a link from my YouTube and they just see like penis.
No, I agree.
But I'm like, hey, I would put your Instagram up or your TikTok, and if you have a link there, and they say, oh, go to your OnlyFans, they can see your video. But he was like, I don't feel like going 4 miles.
Wow.
And I've just had this over and over and over again with guys who do OnlyFans.
They definitely have an attitude. I have an OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
I did a few collaborations.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing collaborations anymore.
Yeah.
It is complicated working with them. It's the ones that are doing fully.
Yeah. And then one guy, he was gonna charge me like as much as you, and I was like, oh, this is, I would pay that because he was like, I would pay more, but I wouldn't tell him that. But I was like, he was perfect, like, because for me, it's better to work on someone who's kind of older.
Yeah.
I mean, one, I can't when I post on Instagram. Oh my god, what the heck is that?
What?
Ooh, like a mosquito or something got in there. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
I don't like insects.
I got you.
But yeah, so older. I would prefer to like work on older men,
right?
Because the older people have more money. So like if I work on a guy who's older and he's in really good shape, then like older people are like, oh, if I get a massage, I can look like that. And then younger guys are like, oh, I want to look like that when I get older. And it's kind of like the best of both worlds.
Right.
And he was in amazing shape for like his age. He was like, I think he was like in his 50s, maybe almost 60, and very good looking. But he just had the biggest attitude. And I even saw on, I think his Twitter or something like that, he posted something like, oh, I'm a Southern boy at heart, but I have a New York attitude if you annoy me. I'm like, no.
Oh, and then he like blogs about it.
Yeah, and then he like blocked me because it was weird. He's done this multiple times. He puts up when he's traveling here, oh, I'm gonna be on here on this date or that date, but then he'll change the date. And so I'm trying to like, you say, oh, what day can we meet? And he's like, well, I'm not there yet. I'm like, oh, I just saw, on your page, you said you're gonna be here that day. And he, instead of like saying, oh, I changed it, he just gets upset and blocks me. But when I first encountered him, he literally was complaining on Twitter, like, oh, why are there no hot guys who want to, shoot with me for my OnlyFans? And I'm like, it's probably your attitude.
Yeah.
Because you are like insanely good looking.
It's the attitude breaks the whole thing or makes it even better.
And so he's like really good looking, and like there are people who work hard. Like there's this one guy, I would pay him like a lot of money. His name is Jack Wolf.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen him.
Yeah.
He is massive. Just his body just doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. I've seen him.
But like I've been looking at his Twitter. Like the last year, he just basically traveled around the world, shooting like content with people. Like literally, he just left Brazil, and I didn't catch him when he was here in Houston. But like literally, if you just look at his Twitter, it was like, oh, I'm gonna be in LA. Oh, I'm gonna be in Sao Paulo. I'm gonna be in Miami. I'm gonna be here. He just basically traveled around the world like shooting content.
Nice. Oh fuck.
And it's just so weird to me because, like I said, a lot of the people who watch me on YouTube, most of the people who watch me on YouTube are thirsty. So, they really do like, they will go to someone's Instagram page if they're attracted to the person. And sometimes they'll DM the person. Like that one person I've massaged a few times, he's like, people have gone to my page and like, oh, I like your work. And I'm like laughing, I'm like, he didn't do anything. Like, I'm the one who did all the work.
Yeah.
Tuck that in a little bit more. One thing I will say, because YouTube does not allow nudity, if you have any nudity, they will.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. How do you get away with like full massage, like nude massage?
So like I don't do nude. What the heck is that? Oh my God, what is that? That is ugly. Okay, great. I'm gonna have a whole video of me like shooing away some like skinny flying insects. Sorry. But so I don't like do nude massage because like again, like literally can't in Texas. Right. In Texas, your butt crack and your genitals have to be covered, and if you're a woman, your breasts have to be covered. But with YouTube, it's what I do is educational, and a lot of people watch my stuff just to like relax. Gotcha. It's kind of like Instagram, you know. If you can be a bodybuilder on Instagram, and you can sit there and like, oh, I'm going to show you how to do this exercise, but 80% of the people who are watching are just like, oh, you have a great chest. Like they don't care about what you're teaching them. Yeah. They're just gawking at like how hot you are. And that's kind of how this is for me. Like most people who watch my videos don't care about the technique or anything. They're like, oh, is the guy like really hot? Yeah, well, it's part of the publicity. Yeah. Marketing. But I have a smaller group who actually do care about the massage. Right. And so the way I see it, the more people who like are like, oh, he's like really hot and watch it, then the algorithm pushes it to more people. And then I can get more of those people who want to watch me because they actually care about massage. Right. But I really I put my first video up on YouTube September of 2022. Okay. And I actually literally did not think about the thirst aspect. Uh-huh. And so I was surprised when some of them like started to blow up at over 100,000. And I was like, oh, that's why people are very thirsty. That's why people are very thirsty. Well, you know how it is. Sensuality sells. Yeah. Like someone sexy, something whatever sexy. Yeah. I didn't expect that. Like I remember the first time a video blew up on TikTok, I was very confused because I was working on this guy's butt, and you know I had done glute massage before. I put it on TikTok, and you know nothing happened. Then I wake up and I have like over 50,000 views. I'm like kind of confused. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. And I show it to my friend. He's like, oh, it's because you're holding the sheet, and they're waiting for the sheet to drop so they can see his crack. It's all about TC. And I'm like, but I'm the one who edited the video. Even if that did happen, I just wouldn't put that in the video, like on TikTok. So it's been a learning. I've just been learning about the power of thirst. I honestly I didn't know it was that strong. Yeah. Are you monetizing already? Yeah, I got monetized within 3 months. Okay. Like I said, people were very thirsty. So I hit that 4,000 hours and 1,000 followers before the end of the year. Gotcha. Well, good for you. But I don't make that much on YouTube because YouTube is just weird. It's just too many aspects to what it really counts towards earnings. Yeah. When it comes to the advertising on the video. Mm-hmm. Like the amount of time it's being watched by the people that is watching the video, yeah. And then the clicks, if they actually get engaged into the ad, and then they go to the ad page, and then they actually make a purchase, and it's a little bit too complicated. So that there's so many factors that play into the actual profit of. Yeah, what's actually even more important is that it's like where are they located. Right. You make a lot more money if people in the U.S. watch than in India. Because the ads they're playing in India are much cheaper because you get a percentage of the actual ad income. So yeah, it's like it's complicated. I have videos that have played like I think my video that has over 500,000 views only has $100. I mean $100 more than a video that has 240,000 views. Gotcha. But it's just the show like one video I make a certain amount per 1,000 views, another I make a certain amount per 1,000 views. It's just really complicated. Well, as long as it's already monetizing, and yeah, it's just a little extra change. Yeah. Also, it kind of it just kind of makes it less because when I don't work on someone, when I work on someone, I can't work on someone who's paying me.
Okay.
So if somebody wanted to come in at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock tonight, I couldn't work on them because I'm working on you. So that's like money I'm not making.
Yeah.
So like YouTube kind of just makes that a little less expensive for me.
Gotcha.
And I don't give the people what they want on purpose. Like
Gotcha.
because I noticed this one guy I work on, he's a huge bodybuilder. And almost like most of the videos I have him in don't get nearly as many views as you would think. But he's wearing underwear, and like bodybuilders, whenever they come in for whatever reason, they normally just leave their underwear on and just lay on the top sheet.
Are they straight usually?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, and those are the nicer ones. They don't give me as much attitude, like they're better than me or something. I don't. I try to. I don't like people in Houston. I try to tell people like I'm from Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
If you're very attractive, I'm not all that impressed.
Yep.
Like literally, I used to work at a Starbucks in Fort Lauderdale, and the milk delivery guy looked like Tyson Beckford.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like being attractive, extremely old. And literally, because one of my cameras is 3D, and literally like editing the 3D video.
Yeah, no. You need like a newer computer for that.
Yeah.
With like a video processor. Do you have like? Did you get like one that's specifically for video editing?
I guess so. I got one for like gaming.
Yeah.
So it has a very good.
Yeah.
The card is pretty good.
Yeah, I have Alienware.
But my old computer was like crazy old. It had a 1060 for a video card, and so now I have a 4060. But I mainly just edit for Instagram. And the people on YouTube kind of just get the extra footage that wasn't compelling enough for Instagram. Because massage is actually just kind of boring to watch.
Is it? Well, yeah. I guess it depends on.
Some people like it, but like most people are not going to sit there and watch an hour of massage.
Well,
so
if you ask me, I sometimes don't even watch the 2-hour movie that I'm supposed to be watching in the movies.
But some people on YouTube prefer the longer, so that's why YouTube gets the longer stuff. But I keep the stuff on Instagram and TikTok short. You can look at your like stats on Instagram and TikTok, and people they'll turn off of a video after like 6 seconds.
Listen, right now the insights pretty much show it's probably 2 seconds that they stay in a reel.
I've noticed a lot of guys who are like in really great shape have like a tiny following. And I'm like, I don't understand why this guy
They have a tiny phone?
Yeah. Like no one like follows them. And I'm like, this guy's an IFBB pro. And he has like 3,000 followers. But then I'm like reading their posts and I'm like, oh yeah, this guy, he now he does massage videos. And that's when his page blew up. He used to do fitness videos and like no one watched his page. And I realized like honestly, if you have a YouTube page and you try to dedicate it to fitness, it's really, really hard to break through.
Yeah. I mean,
like you're gonna get hundreds of views, you know, because there's so many fitness influencers and you have to look insane sometimes. Like just to be like just
competition level all the time, and it's even unhealthy, so
yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. I understand.
But if you do massage videos, there's not as much competition, and if you're really good looking, people like that. So it's like, yeah, if you were like, oh, I'm gonna like post videos of me getting a massage or, you know, just doing stuff that other people aren't doing, you would get people watching you. And like, for example, like I said, if you don't wear underwear, you get more views. A lot of it is about fantasy. So they want to fantasize about something. So that's one guy on massage. Like people will fantasize, oh, he's he's told his wife he's going to the mall, but really he's getting a massage. Like literally, they write that little like fantasy stories in the comments. You know, and he told his wife this and that, and it's like, no, he's gay. He like, if you listen to like our conversation, he says he's gay. He talks about his boyfriend. But they like their little fantasies. And so if you don't have any clothes on, they're like, oh, I think I can see it. I think he's, you know, erect. But if you're wearing underwear, it's much more obvious. So they can't fantasize about it. It's all about letting their imagination like run wild.
Right. Sounds like you would do a lot of analyzing.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, I look at how I make money, so. And also, you know, the more my videos are seen, I do get people who watch my YouTube channel and come in. My YouTube channel gets the most like international audience. So I've had people from all over the world watch my YouTube channel, like come in. And like that's the thing. Like I look at the videos and I'm like, okay, this person should.
Yes, on this leg, the pink toe.
Yeah.
I fell and I think I still it's still bothering me.
Gotcha. No problem. Yeah. I don't do a lot of foot massage. I should take a class on it. And this is probably the weakest part of the body when it comes to like my knowledge and how I massage people. And they ask me if I do like, you know, foot massage. But yeah, I'm telling you.
Now, do you know? I mean, YouTube allows you to advertise on OnlyFans. You know? Because that's been an issue with Instagram.
So yeah, there are people. I mean, there are guys on YouTube who that's what they basically do. Some do Patreon. But I mean, you can just say like, you know, in your like while you're talking, like, oh, you know, you can go to my, you know, my OnlyFans. You can probably put like a little logo up there. You may not be able to do the link. I will say if you put a link to OnlyFans, they may actually like not show your video to as many people. YouTube is cracking down on links mainly because they want people to stay on YouTube.
Right.
So if you have links in your description, it actually does show your video to fewer people.
Gotcha.
And that's because people would like, you know, say, oh yeah, I got this cup. This cup is amazing. Go buy it on Amazon. And YouTube doesn't want that. They want you to buy it through YouTube and stay on YouTube.
Right.
But yeah, there are people, they do videos and I guess I've seen guys, they use like these other like link websites and like you click that and then it shows you their OnlyFans. So there are ways you get around it.
Gotcha.
And then also you can just say go to my Twitter, and of course Twitter's like doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, no.
Or I guess X as he calls it now. Yeah, I would just hire someone to massage me, put part of it on YouTube, put part of it on my OnlyFans, and just direct people there.
Right.
And, you'll get monetized on YouTube very quickly because people are thirsty. And then you'll have a small income of, maybe $500 to $1,000 a month on YouTube. But since I truly love what I do, I wouldn't do that. Like, I love doing sports massage.
Yeah. Like the actual therapy of it.
Mm-hmm. And I have no problem with people who sell sex. It's just, I just love doing sports massage. I love helping people be the best version of themselves.
You said you are, yeah. You are?
Yeah, that's what I do. And I love like helping people. Like, I got into sports massage because one of my clients was an older man. And he said, I come to you, and when you work on me, it hurts. But the next day I can run faster and further. And, he's like, I'm running so much because I'm a new grandfather, and I want to be like, he wants to be like a grandfather who can pick up and play with his grandson. He didn't want to be the grandfather who's just sitting in a chair because he's old and can't do anything.
Whoa.
And like, that was like one of the best compliments I've ever gotten in my entire life. I'm like, that's why I do what I do. Like, I want people to be like, after I get a massage from you, I can be the person I like want to be. And I don't want a bunch of guys coming in here wiggling their butt when they're on the table. Which is what they do. They think they're being like...
Sexy?
No, some of them probably do. They think they're being like sly with it, like, oh, he doesn't know. But it's like, yeah, we know exactly what you're doing. Like when they're trying to arch their back, which is one of the things they'll do, they don't understand their body. So they don't understand that when they arch their back and try to like push their butt in the air, they have to contract their hamstrings. So I have a guy who has like no muscular definition, and I'm working on him, and then all of a sudden his hamstrings are like a rock. And it's like, yeah, you're pushing your butt in the air. And I wish they would legalize prostitution so I can just tell someone, go to this person instead of me. I'm not trying to sleep with you. I'm trying to make you scream for an hour. So then the next day when you go to the gym, you can lift more.
I used to get a lot of collaborations. I was doing a lot, like 3 years ago or something like that. And then it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It really is a lot of work. Fuck.
Is it like the coordination or?
everything. So you have to seek, because you have a market. So whatever uh, other model it's gonna work for that market, that's a task.
Okay.
Then you find that person, make sure he's gonna be in the same city.
Yeah.
Schedule, timing, traveling. Then after that, editing. And then OnlyFans just got really even more strict with release forms and identity.
That makes a lot of sense.
So it's really, really hard to, let's say, like someone doesn't want to show their face.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I cannot use the material.
Really?
Regardless, yes.
Huh.
Because he can sign a release form and it's gonna get like loop into the system just for a little bit. But then especially the US government is gonna ask for like that person's identification in order to make sure that he was the one consenting. So yeah, they got super strict with that. There is no nothing that would represent violence.
Yeah.
So like no fisting, no big toys. You can show poppers on the video. You cannot show lube either.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And the lube is really just marketing and advertising situation.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I guess they didn't expect to be of such a big magnitude at some point.
Yeah.
So they didn't expect. They were not expecting all the, the money that was getting moved and then claimed for.
Yeah, because I was listening to a podcast years ago and I found out that the reason why OnlyFans pays more to creators than just for fans is because OnlyFans actually technically is not a porn site.
Yeah, no.
And so Just for Fans is a porn site. And so like the people who
just make sure that you're clear that it's not any sexual content. It's just educational material,
Yeah. But honestly, like I wouldn't be putting up videos differently from what I do. Like there's this one guy, forget his name. He's a black guy in Atlanta, and his videos are like super risque. Like his videos are like they're basically porn.
Yeah.
And so he does like a lot of porn stars and like some OnlyFans people who do OnlyFans. And like they're nude the entire time. They're like erect most of the time. He makes sure that he doesn't touch them, so like, you don't see that. But like it's basically porn. And like even sometimes like they'll like have sex, like so and so his boyfriend are here, and like they're having sex on the table like he's like working on them.
Yeah.
It's like it's very interesting, but so it's like I'm like this is really more porn than massage.
Yeah, I mean, really, their strong market is the one that's looking for porn. That's why there was a big crisis with OnlyFans and all the porn sites.
Yeah.
I think 2 years ago. I want to say. But that's
yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Say what?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They almost got rid of porn and people freaked out.
Yeah. That's what OnlyFans got really strict with a lot of things, So yeah. If there's like a so they would put your video down.
They really are strict.
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons I stopped doing collaborations.
Just got to be too much.
It's too much to deal with, and then you can make a lot of money, but you have to be very constant.
Yeah.
So if you fail your market for like maybe 1 week, it's gonna go down drastically. So it's like okay.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense because people are paying you, and like somebody's only.
Yeah, you're messing with their people's money at that point. So It's people's money.
Yeah, some people. I mean, some of these OnlyFans models, they charge as much as Netflix. But you're obviously not getting as much as you would get on Netflix.
Exactly.
You're not getting tens of thousands of videos.
But it's still being a residual income.
Yeah.
So I mean, right now it's a lot of solo material, like full nudes that you can post on Instagram, things like that. But I keep it very classy, very very artsy.
Yeah.
Per se. I would not go into like the vulgar, you know, like the dirty side of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, it's still there. People still subscribe, and I checked it this morning, and I got like 3 or 4 subscribers. So it still generates money.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that just got to the point that you now you have to have a release form, you have to have their ID. If not, they're not other creators. They really have to identify themselves with all this legal. It's like it's too much.
I know a lot of it's partly because of child porn.
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
Did you hear the case?
No, but I know a few years ago, Pornhub got rid of almost all the videos on their sites because of I think I wasn't sure if it was the government or like their credit card processors were like, you have too much child porn and we're going to cut you off. So they like basically got rid of almost all the videos, and it basically was like you had to be verified to post something on there.
Yeah, you still have to be verified. Everything started because this group of people were not convinced that it. I cannot really tell because I wasn't part of the video anyways. There was like a scene with this girl literally said that she was under 18. So that's completely illegal. Some people didn't believe it, so they went against that. So they put up a whole group of lawyers, and then that's what it was about to shut down. And then they found out that there was a lot of that type of material there, so they that's why they were slowing down that.
I had no idea they were getting very strict about what you can post on there.
Oh yes.
I know there's also Patreon. I only found out recently that people sell porn through Patreon, but I've never actually like supported anyone through Patreon, so I have no idea like
how it works.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I'm going to break this video up. I've done a lot of work on your legs. Also, like if I pay someone, I don't massage their back. Those are my least watch videos. So it's kind of like worth it. It's crazy though. Like the spread on like my videos that are watched.
Yeah.
I have some videos that will get like 800 views. Not like it's pretty rare at this point. because I have 23,000 YouTube followers, like subscribers. But I have some, like, one video recently, I guess they just didn't like him at all. Got 800 views in like 2 days.
Oh, fuck.
And then I have, videos that have like, 2, 3, 4, 500,000 views. One thing I will say is, like, if you're ever on YouTube, they're very, they will let you know their opinion.
Oh, yeah, they're opinionated.
So, like, if someone gets erect, I will put, like, a sticker over it. Or if they just even have, like, just a big bulge.
Yeah.
Because that's not what my videos are about. And they will, like, even go to my Instagram page and tell me, like, I would expect you when you put up the compilation video, I better not see that sticker. And it's like, all of my videos are advertisements.
To help others.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you can.
Because I know some people, like, really struggle.
To be nice and help?
Well, not like to, like, make money. And I mean, some people are just, like, really lazy. It surprises me how lazy some people are. Like,
me too.
Like, one guy I was going to pay him, he wasn't, in very great shape. So I think he was, decent shape, but, like, nothing, like, crazy.
Yeah.
And he literally would not come get a massage because he didn't feel like coming over here. And I think he might have been at the hotel next door. He was less than a mile away. So maybe not that, maybe like down the street by Beltway 8.
Yeah.
But he was less than a mile. It was like 3,200 feet. And like, you can walk here in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And like, if you caught the bus, you would be here in 5.
Yeah.
And the Uber would be like $10 with a tip.
Probably less.
But he's like, oh, I don't feel like, coming to you. And there's one thing you cannot say about me is that I'm lazy and not about my money. Oh, also, if you're very muscular, so if you're about to go into competition and you're in pain, if you make a video, you will. Like, if you started competing again,
yeah,
and you got a massage, maybe like a few days before, where, you're still super lean and your body's looking crazy. If you're like grimacing and making like movements and just like you're in a lot of pain, you'd probably make like $1,000 on YouTube.
Oh,
they love.
Really, I didn't know there was a market like that. Oh
yeah, they love.
I mean, there's a market for everywhere, right?
Yeah, muscular guys in pain, they absolutely love it.
Huh? Interesting.
They sometimes chastise me because they're saying, "Oh, you're not making them like cry enough." My friend calls it he likes the pain faces. So if you ever get a massage and you put it on YouTube and you're like at your most lean and muscular, make sure they capture your face.
What is that?
Oh, because like if you're like grimacing in pain.
Gotcha. That's what they're like.
Yeah. Also, thumbnails count. Thumbnails are extremely important on YouTube. So you want to get a thumbnail that YouTube, because if YouTube thinks that your video is about sex, they won't.
Yeah, they won't showcase it.
Yeah, they won't let it on. So you have to compromise between you're showing enough, but not showing too much. Where YouTube is like, this is not. The weird thing is like, so your video has to be okay enough for people under 18 to watch. If it's deemed as adult, then what happens is that YouTube says that people need to log in to see it.
Yeah. And yeah, it's happened to me.
Yeah, and if it's deemed as adult, then way fewer people will be shown it.
Gotcha.
Because you can actually show nudity on YouTube. It just has to be educational. Like I've seen some videos where they're showing someone how to put a condom on.
Condom, yeah.
And when you do massage, I'm not sure if like it's just the word massage triggers YouTube, but most of my videos get flagged.
Really?
Yeah, and then I have to go and appeal and say this is not, this is acceptable YouTube. And then most of the time I'm like, yeah, it's acceptable.
Oh.
Also, if you put up a video, don't curse within like the first minute. That'll get you put into the mature rating as well. So I was working on a guy and he was very upset about his coworker.
And he was telling you about it?
Yeah, and he was oh no, it wasn't his coworker. He was upset about that too. Oh no, he got a stalker. That's what it was. Because he lifts a lot of weights.
Yeah.
And he had someone stalking him from TikTok. And he was cursing about it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to like mute the first minute of this video. Yeah, you have so much tension in this tensor fasciatum. And you can actually, if you post a video on YouTube, you can change the thumbnail. And the one thing I will say though, so whenever you change anything on YouTube, that is going to trigger them to check your video again.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll post something, if I change the title or the thumbnail, it's like, actually, this is not appropriate. And then that's why I have to go, no, please check it, it's appropriate.
Yeah.
But like, let's say you post a video and it's not doing well. If you change the thumbnail, sometimes that people will respond better and it'll like blow up. That's the one thing that's good about YouTube. Like you can have a video that blows up like weeks, months, years later. So I could post a video, get 1,000 views in a month, and be like, oh, that sucked. And then 2 years from now,
it's gonna be trending. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like you've been doing a lot of research on YouTube.
Yeah. Anything I do to make money, I'm like paying attention. So YouTube, Instagram, the people who come into my business, what works, what doesn't. What do people respond to?
Right.
And for example, even just I've noticed on YouTube, skin color is important. I use that more as a backup. But yeah, it looks like you're like right there, like with the person. It looks pretty crazy.
Huh.
Like if someone watched this, they would feel like they were just like, right next to you while you were getting your massage. But you gotta have a headset for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that uncomfortable to like wear it for a while?
Yeah. Also, the files are massive. Sign up. They ask you to allow you to download the files because they're so huge. Like they don't really want you like streaming them over and over and over again. Because with that, I believe it's 2 4K video files.
Gotcha. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Fuck.
You probably made a lot of people happy. So many people posted my videos. I would fart. And I said, yeah, it happens. Like, yeah. People fart, it happens.
Right? No, I think people just don't really understand the purpose of massage therapy itself. They really think that it's for like relaxation and pampering and the music and falling asleep. Like, they don't understand it's actual therapy, that you're moving the fascia and a lot of fibers in there that need to be moved. And that's not pleasurable. My mom has a massage a spa, really. She does facials as well. All that.
And the inner thigh is pretty sensitive.
God.
Yeah, it's amazing how like gentle I'm touching you. But like I said,
well, you have a very strong touch.
Yeah, but the inner thighs are extremely sensitive.
And I haven't stretched for a while or have a therapy for probably years.
Okay, that's very good. Actually, I should test that. You know what? You were actually very good. I don't need to test that again.
What?
To test your range of motion. No, that's what that's what one of my old roommates said. He said the way you get massage, he said, I don't think anybody. It's way too much pain. Even though I think there was one guy who I think he got turned on by pain.
Really?
It was really weird. It was when I was working in a massage place. And the more pressure I put on his back, he started grinding into the table. But I wasn't sure if he was grinding from pain or he was enjoying it. It was kind of hard to tell. But I'll put it this way. The amount of pressure I've given to you is like 1/10 of the pressure I gave to him. The massage I've given you has kind of been my medium light.
Really?
Yeah. But you're a bodybuilder, so.
I know what a real massage is supposed to feel like, so.
Yeah.
God, I need to stretch.
You have a lot more tension on this side.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, don't make too much noise. Last time someone did that, they spat in my face.
He spat in your face?
Yeah. Someone made a TH sound and spit went right next to my eye.
That's cute.
Oh, and right now I have this Band-Aid on my face because I was washing my face before I came in here, and I did not know. And I accidentally swiped down on my nose too hard and pulled my nose ring out.
Oh, fuck. A what?
Yeah, I accidentally pulled my nose ring out washing my face today.
Your nose?
I had a nose ring.
Ah, your nose ring.
Yeah, and it came out.
Ah.
And I just got it done a month ago, so my nose is too swollen. I wasn't able to put it back in there. So now I just have a little nose all over my nose.
Just make sure it doesn't get infected.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
I'll wait until it heals to get it done again. And next time I know. You know how you wash your face and then you kind of swipe down on your face?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that and just pulled the nose ring out.
Well, because you didn't have a nose ring last month?
No, yeah, I got it done in December.
In December, yeah.
Yeah, so if you pull it out too quickly, your nose is still swollen. So I couldn't get it back in the hole. Had it been maybe a 4-month-old piercing, I could have pushed it back in. And I didn't know that nose rings don't have balls on the inside of your nose. Because I have multiple piercings.
What do you mean balls? Like the little thing?
Yeah, so there's the ball on the outside. Like my nipple rings, I have a ball on each side. And so I couldn't just pull my nipple ring out. I would have to twist the ball off and then pull it out. I assumed the nose ring was the same way. I would have to twist the ball and then pull it out. But there is no ball, so you can literally just go to someone's nose and pull their nose ring out. Literally, if you had a friend, don't do that. They'll probably attack you. But if you had a friend with a nose ring, you can just walk up to them and just yank it out.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But I'll get it done again. I really like my nose ring.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. Not my favorite.
Michael!
And I'll never get those again because those were extremely painful.
To get done?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that was.
I was thinking about making.
Yeah, it is. Also, I will warn you: never get your nipples done in the winter. At least don't go out into the cold. So imagine, you know how when you're in a cold area and your nipples get hard?
Yeah.
Imagine if someone stabbed you in your nipples, left the knife in, and then you went outside. It was cold, and your nipples got hard over the knife. That's basically what happened to me when I had my nipples pierced. It was really cold, and the cold made them contract over the bar. But yeah, if you ever think about getting it done, it's extremely painful. And then the belly button is surprisingly painful. The tongue doesn't hurt at all. I've had my tongue pierced in the past. That honestly, it's a lot less painful than biting your tongue. And the hole will close up within hours. Yeah, I'm being very gentle on you. Yeah, I'm being extremely gentle on you. That's why I have not scraped or cut you, because I'm just yeah, it's gonna be hard to work your hip flexor. May not be able to actually. Yeah, you're just too ticklish.
Yes, it's either tickling or
Sucks I can't do your psoas, but I guess it'll make it a good blooper.
My what?
Your with your not your psoas. Well, I can't do your psoas or your iliacus, but it'll make a good blooper. But that's why I call my business That Good Pain. And there are people who see this and they specifically come in for me to work on them. But it's rarely bodybuilders. I get a lot of fighters.
Yeah, people who really are in that type of industry though.
Yeah, like
it's actually beneficial.
People who do like Taekwondo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I get a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and oh god, what's that? That one they use in MMA a lot. Muay Thai.
Mm. Mm. Oh. Oh.
Relax. Yeah, so that's why that's so tender there. Go take your arm and go all the way back and forward. And just keep going back and forward.
You want me to do it?
Yeah. And you go back and forward, yeah, and then forward. Yeah. Let's see if we can increase that range of motion. And try to keep your arm like this over and over again. Your arm's gonna kind of want to go out to. Yeah. That's that restriction we're looking at right there. Yeah, you got that restriction right there. That's good. Right there. Yep. That is it. Let's see. Yeah, see how much easier that is?
Yeah.
I don't torture people for no reason. I'm not a masochist. I'm not a sadist. You have really good range of motion. You arch your back a little bit, but not too much. And that's because of this muscle deep in here. It's okay if it's painful. This is the one that makes people cry. Almost in there. There we go. It's not that subscapularis.
Oh. I'm not dramatic.
Oh, you're not the worst. Don't worry. I don't want them to be like, you're the one who spilled the beans. Okay, that's good. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm a right-handed.
Okay, that's good. You have very little fibrosis.
Ay, cabrón.
That's the fibrosis. A lot of people have it just all up here. It's very common to have it like right here. So if you ever hear, so I don't like to say scar tissue because people think, oh, it's scar tissue like you had a surgery.
Yeah, no, I know what scar tissue is.
But yeah, this is the same. This is more scar tissue if you had like, if someone says you have like scarring in your lungs. And so when I scrape it, it encourages your body to reabsorb it.
Yeah, flush it out.
Help increase your range of motion. You have very little, like I said, you just have that stuff like right
I
there.
stopped stretching a long time ago, but I used to do Olympic gymnast.
Yeah, see, that's very good. You have almost no scar tissue, so you would not benefit. There's always gonna be like a little bit like right there. Well, not always, but like here, and here especially are where a lot of people have scar tissue. Let's see, and relax. That's very good. Yeah, if I bench your leg, when I have your arm like this, if it was like this, you would have a lot of tension right through here. You're very good. See, your back arch just a tiny bit when I did that. So when your back arches, that means your subscapularis is like a little bit tight. And so like, let's say you were doing like a military press. When you see people doing like a military press and their back is all arched, a lot of times this muscle is too tight. It is not allowing. Yeah, well, it's not pulling, but to get your arm all the way up, you have to arch your back instead of like this muscle stretching.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's a little bit lower here in this serratus anterior. And even the lats can play a part in it. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to go like this and and that's actually a stretch for that. You just go all the way back with this. You don't have to go too far forward with this one. Just back and then up and then back here. Because this is for the subscapularis. This is why on one of my latest posts on TikTok, I said, please show your family my TikTok or Instagram or friends before you send them to them. So they know.
Yeah.
I would love to learn that foot massage they do in China that's like insanely painful, but people say after it's done, you feel like you have like new feet.
I don't think I've heard of it.
Yeah, one of my clients, she's Chinese, and when she goes back home, her family will take her to this guy who does it, and they laugh at her because she's in there just screaming. But she's like, then you get up and you feel like your feet are just brand new.
Really?
Because that's what I don't like. I don't really mind if I hurt someone. I remember I got a massage from one of my coworkers when I worked at Massage Heights, and it was excruciating. It was one of the most painful experiences I've ever had in my entire life. She didn't speak English well because she was from China. And so, like, she was working on my knee. I didn't even tell her to work on my knee. And she couldn't say what she was doing. So she's like, "Oh, you have dirty energy." Like, you don't know anything about my energy. And, like, I was literally just sitting there thinking, like, why is she doing this to me? We hurt so much. Why is she doing this? Why is she doing this? And then I got off the table, and, like, this was before Megan knees, but I had Megan knees. Like, you know that feeling when you were 10 and you could just jump off of anything? That's how I felt. But when I say that massage from her was excruciating, I understood why her clients would leave her session and go to the front and either say, "That's the best massage ever," or "Never book me with her again." She would just beat the crap out of me. And that's what I want to do for people. I want people to feel like when they leave here, they have a new body. So what's going on here? Keep your head this way so I don't hit you with it. But he was in a lot of pain because he couldn't take any kind of pressure.
You probably did it on purpose.
So he was like, "Oh, I saw your YouTube and I wanted to try it out." And so literally my videos of him, of his chest, are just me touching him just screaming, "Never mind, I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it." And so many people post videos and pictures of themselves looking nothing like what they do. There's this one guy, I don't follow him on Instagram, but I saw him on Instagram and I was like, "That dude is hot. He looks familiar though." But like, who is he? And I was looking at his Instagram and like, God, he looks familiar. And I'm just scrolling. And then finally I see on his Instagram, oh, he works out at 24 Hour Fitness Midtown. Like, I used to work out there because I used to live nearby. That's weird. And then I'm scrolling, like, no. And I'm like, that man has never been that lean at the gym. And some people, when they get really lean, look very different.
Oh, yes.
But, you know, all his pictures, I guess he just took pictures where he was, like, really lean and would just constantly, like, upload those, like, as if he looked that way all the time. But it's like, no, he's, like, 20% body fat when you see him. But all his pictures are, like, sub 10% body fat. And if he modeled for me when he's sub 10, I would pay him a lot of money because when he's sub 10, it's like, holy crap. Like, he could be the Black Superman.
Right. I so need a roller.
I'll give it to you in a second. I don't even know why I'm filming on that. Well, I guess I could use the 3D camera.
For what?
Oh, here, you can read this. Well, because they can't see my working.
Oh, for the roller?
No, they can't see my working on you on the other side.
Are you? What do I have?
Well, I thought you said you needed the water.
No, but yes. Mm-hmm. In a way, yeah. But I said I need a roller.
Oh, okay.
Like to buy a roller. I used to roll out every day before and after my workouts. Mm-hmm. And then I just stopped.
Yeah, I saw one guy at the gym like a long time ago. I was like, you're the one of the few people I've ever seen who, like, there's nothing I can look at you like, oh, I can help you with this or that. And like, what do you do? He says, oh, well, I come here and I work out for an hour and then I roll for like 45 minutes.
It's magic. I had a sciatic nerve pinched.
Mm-hmm.
Went to see doctors, went to see chiropractors.
Mm-hmm.
Always had massage before, but
I'm not gonna do this too much. I don't like doing neck massage. I don't mind doing neck massage. I don't like doing neck massage all day.
Neck massage all day?
Yeah, like if you know a massage therapist, like, I can't make any money, get good at neck massage. There are so many people around the world who work in an office and who have like neck pain, and you will just be rolling in customers because they are very, very loyal. They come in all the time. But when I worked at massage house, there were days I would go and just do neck massage all day. So six massages a day, all neck, and it gets boring.
I can imagine, yeah.
People come in, oh, my neck is hurting. Okay, I gotta work here. It's like, it gets boring. And so I rarely post video of me doing neck massage. Because if you just post a video of you doing neck massage, they will fly in. Like neck massage and stress massage are like these, like, that's what most massage is. People come in because they're stressed out and their neck hurts.
Yeah. It's common to build all the stress right there. Really, it's in your shoulders, but all muscles are connected.
Yeah.
So if one's failing, even though it's all the way in the body, like your feet,
yeah,
most likely your back is gonna hurt.
Yeah. Well, the muscles in your neck are, they connect to your shoulders. So this muscle I'm working on you right now, it can, if someone has a lot of anger issues and they have a hard time breathing, if they're looking at their phone all day or looking down at the laptop, it can cause a lot of pain. But then if it pulls your head forward because of those reasons, it can cause pain in the back of your neck. And people don't know about the breathing one. But when you have the fourth inhale, and that's when if you have breathing problems, you do that a lot more than other people, this muscle pulls your clavicle up. So if you're constantly, this muscle contracts and it's constantly pulling the clavicle. And that's the other thing. People who have neck pain, they just want you to crush their neck all day. And it's like, it's a lot more nuanced than that. And they don't allow you to do that nuanced work. So they just want me to work the back of the neck. But it's like, literally, I've worked on people with neck pain and I'm like working in here, telling them to open and close their mouth over and over. And it helps with their neck pain.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You're working down here for like neck pain, but this is where that sternocleidomastoid inserts. You're working here around the clavicle, especially the chest, so that clavicle can move more easily. When bones can't move or joints can't move, then other joints and bones may move instead, and that's what causes like a lot of pain. Like what you said with the foot and the lower back, that's actually like you're one of the few people who've ever known that without me telling them. But foot pain can cause low back pain. Actually, if your toes don't contract correctly, it can cause low back pain. So if your toes don't contract correctly, what will happen is that your feet will turn out when you walk, and then that will cause low back pain. And so I took a class once where what we were doing was literally having you like take your shoes off and walk, and we would look to make sure your toes were contracting in the correct way. And if not, then we would have you do exercises to strengthen your toes.
I think I have weak toes then.
Yeah, one exercise you can do.
like a duck.
Yeah, that could be toes. It can also be that your glutes are too tight.
Really? Well, I walk like that even when I'm. Yeah.
Most people don't have that problem.
I recognize I paid a lot more attention to my legs when I was competing.
Most people's problem is the opposite, though. Most people have weak glutes, but the muscles right here on the front of their legs are really tight. And so, I don't know if you've ever seen people walking, it looks like they're sticking their butt out. That's called, that's called an anterior pelvic tilt. And that what happens there is that your psoas is tight and connects from your belly, like it connects to your spine right here where your belly button is, and then it goes down here to your hip flexors. And so when it's tight, it literally pulls your spine, and it makes you like, there are people who if they like stretch their psoas and worked on their glutes, they would actually have a flat stomach. They don't have fat. Their spine is literally being pushed out. Also, this is your diaphragm. If you see someone with an 8 or 10 pack, this is the top pack. Yeah, so it's like right under the ribs. So if you have like an 8 pack, the little 2 tiny ones up front, that's the diaphragm. It actually attaches to your spine and can be a cause of back pain.
I got it.
That's also why it's where you're supposed to breathe. So if you breathe in through your diaphragm, your voice actually gets deeper. And you're like more relaxed. So if you ever find yourself having a panic attack, one thing you can do is breathe in through your diaphragm. So you put your hand on your chest, and then you put another hand right here below the sternum, or below the rib cage, and then you breathe, and you want this to go up and down, and then this stays flat, and it's called diaphragmatic breathing. And I believe you cannot stay anxious while doing it. Okay. You've never had a hernia, right?